I don't know about you, but do you ever wish that you can just clone yourself so that you can tell your teams how to better work with you? Well, I started out like most people trying to do this, and the reality is it's harder to do than you think. But what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through how you can basically train your staff really quickly on how you like to best work without having to do any additional work, without having to write a single line of code, and I'm going to do it. So stick with me and we're going to go through it. All right, first to do this, I'm going to open up my Promptly Chrome extension. That's a free Chrome extension I launched. If you want it, let me know and I can give it to you. What we're going to do there is I'm going to go through and I'm going to run that prompt. Now that prompt's going to take an input, so I'll just put my name in. We've got it there. And then I'm going to just run this prompt from Claude. Okay, so I've pasted this into Claude now with this long prompt, and I'm going to make sure by clicking this button here, you got to make sure that you've connected all of your different tools. Again, contact your data privacy people. I'm not responsible for any ways that you're using these tools. But that being said, I'm going to connect all these tools. I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn on extended thinking, and I'm going to set the model to their biggest model, Claude Opus 4, and I'm going to just run this prompt and watch it cook. Okay, so what this prompt's going to do now is it's going to trigger the automation, and it's going to start looking for my emails, right? So it's reading information on me to understand my communication style. It's using a reasoning model to try to convert what it thinks I want. And it's going through, and it's going to take a while, right? It's searching through thousands of messages. It's searching through my email, my calendar, and it's looking at all these different things. And what it's going to do in just a second, you'll see, is when it's done, it's going to effectively put everything together into a nicely formatted artifact that's going to help me to brief my teams. Now, I could have asked it to put this in a markdown file or something, but I'm a design snob, so I want something to be interactive and clickable that I can share with my team members. So I'll let this keep running. Now, what I should also add here is I have a couple of automations that run with my meetings and that sort of thing, and those things get pushed into my Google Drive. So if you want to hear more about that, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'll jump in and give you some additional tutorials. But right now what's happening is it's going through, it's fetching and devouring a bunch of information, and it's running through and it's ingesting all of that. And it's going to use that to then figure out how I speak, how I think, and all that's going to be included in the prompt. So if you want this, just comment prompt below, and I'll DM this stuff to you. I'm not trying to gatekeep anything. Okay, so now what it's doing, since it's gone through and it's fetched a bunch of those files, it's going out and it's actually building me an artifact. So it's using React and some of the code examples to do this. You'll see it in just a second. Now, just a caveat, this is going to directly reflect how you show up to you and your teams. So it's also going to be a look in the mirror to see your leadership style and if you're happy with that is not going to be covered in this tutorial. Okay, boom. And just like that, what I've got now for my team is this interactive artifact that essentially tells people exactly how to communicate with me. So it's a working website effectively on me. So it's got real world examples of how I actually speak from things I've actually said. It's got formulas for how I think about things. So my mental models, the way that I go through things. It's got my tone matrix, so how I like to communicate with people. It's got some AI prompts that you can copy and paste that are really, really easy for my team. It's got a checklist of do's and don'ts that I want to do. Again, real world examples I think are super helpful. My communications DNA, my working style, my meetings dynamics. And look, if nothing else, this just helps you look more inward with how you are. And then it's super simple. You could publish this as a link. You can go through, you can download this as something that you can embed in other applications. So I find it to be a really, really useful thing to get to know yourself, but also enable your team to do that. And that's just one example. If you want to figure out how you can 10x the way that you work, save time, get more done, and start using AIs for what these things were designed to do, which is busy work, give me a shout, hit me up in the comments below, and thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you.